Richard North, though, doing a little game of finishing. Chizzy was taking things out at will. Suggested that he could go on a run today, the way he was hitting things. He started with a 6-0 win over John Goldie, but has had to come through a last leg decider against Brendan Dolan to reach this board final stage. Bounce out PDC rules when you're going for the ball means you get another dart at it. And 25 for Chiz. And a 25 for Barney, so this is going to want to go on for at least another go. Raymond van Barneveld, one of the ties of the first round, took on Vincent van der Voort. Vincent, the seeded player, Barney, because, well, a combination of things, really.
Outside.
He really struggles to qualify for the European Tour. Failed to qualify in both of the qualifiers last night as Chizzy wins the ball off. He'll get to go first.
Dave to throw first.
So Raymond van Barneveld, he also picks and chooses events, doesn't turn up to a bunch of them. So that means that his Pro Tour order of merit, which is what determines the seedings for today,
100.
Well, he's not in the top 32. So he had to play Vincent van der Voort. He won 6-2. Then he saw off the Polish player Titus Karnik
100.
by 6 legs to 4. A brace of 98 averages for Raymond van Barneveld so far today. Kicks off with a level ton. Dave Chisnall.
100.
It was up in the high 90s against John Goldie. It was significantly lower, around about the 88 mark against Brendan Dolan. Got the feeling he might have been
100.
kind of embroiled in a battle, a bit like we saw Steve Beaton and Michael Barnard against a slower player. Didn't get into his rhythm, but there should be a good rhythm about this one.
140.
And you'd think there's going to be a few 180s. There are 11 between the pair of them so far today. Chizzy, one of, if not the biggest 180 hitter in world darts. I think you could
100.
add the likes of Michael van Gerwen, Rob Cross and Darryl Gurney to that list, along with Chiz. But Barney's not shy of a maximum either.
60.
Not sure why he went for the 19s there instead of the 20s. A single 20 would have left 100. As it is, he's going to have to use all 3 darts to see off the 101, unless he goes treble 17 bull.
82.
And I very much doubt he'll do that. Treble 14 for tops should be the route. Lovely stuff from Chizzy. 101 check out, taken out on double top. It's a solid 15 dart hold of throw from Professor Chisnall.
85.
Adrian Lewis, after that astonishing couple of displays, and indeed his stuff last night, he's averaging 110 for the day. He's taking on Keegan Brown in their board final. Keegan, 3-1 up in that one. The Needle really started playing good darts. He was a man who was, about 9 months ago, he was in serious danger of losing his tour card, Keegan Brown, the former World Youth Champion. Well, things have really taken an upturn. He talked at the World Championship about his struggle with anxiety and depression and all sorts of stuff, but he looks to have come through the other side of it, and he's playing some really good darts again. 3-1 up on Adrian Lewis. The winner of that one will face the winner of this one in the last 16. Beautiful first dart. It is written in the stars. Oh, how is that not a 180, Chiz?
$85.
Ooh, that hurts him as Barney trudges to the board to retrieve his darts. 91 left. He could have been coming back looking at 3 clear darts at the double. There'd be more pressure on this dart at bull for Chiz. False start. Ooh.
61.
Double 16 for Barney. And it's a 15 dart response from the 5-time world champion to level this match up. Expertly done from Raymond van Barneveld. It's been a mixed start to the Premier League campaign for Barney. A win, a loss and a draw. Losing the other night in Newcastle in week 3.
140.
Dave Chisnall overlooked for the Premier League this year. His fellow St Helens player Michael Smith getting the nod, and Smith 3 wins out of 3, sitting just behind Simon Whitlock on leg difference. Michael Smith already through to the last 16 with a 6-1 win over Stephen Burton other players joining him. Ryan
80.
Joyce is there. Ron Muhlenkamp is there. He's beaten Kim Huybrecht 6-1. In fact, almost every single one of the board finals we've seen so far have been one-sided affairs. Michael van Gogh in 6-1. James Wilson 6-2 against Jamie Bain. Michael
100.
Smith 6-1. Ryan Joyce 6-1. Ron Muhlenkamp 6-1 v Kim Huybrecht. Terry Jenkins 6-3 against Cristo Reyes. That's just been completed. And Rob Cross, the world champion, has beaten Aaron Monk by 6 legs to 2.
$100.
Chizzy leaves the 101 again after 12 darts. He took that out expertly in the first leg to hold his throw. There's a finish for Raymond. Treble 14 and tops again. Well, this time he can't take it out.
53.
Raymond van Barneveld punish him and get a break of throw. He could do. Oh, needed another one in there.
100.
16 for double or single 8 for tops? Chizzy just making sure he's got the grip right. It is tops he wants.
Game shot.
Yeah, nicely done, Chiz. 2-1. Dave Chisnall, winner of more than
92.
10 PDC ranking titles. He's won various ones here in Barnsley, won one here last year, one the year before, one the year before that, 2 in 2013 and 1 in 2012. So he likes Barnsley. Who doesn't like Barnsley?
100.
Finalist at the Players' Championship Finals in 2016, of course, the tournament that takes place in Minehead, the culmination of all of these weeks of Players' Championship events that we hold over the course of the year. 64 players will go to
100.
Minehead compared to the 128 that will be there at the UK Open next month. Chizzy
56.
played the first weekend of UK Open qualifiers, made the last 16 on the Sunday. That picked him up 1,500 quid, so he thought, I'm there already. He didn't bother turning up last weekend for the 4th, 5th and 6th
85.
ones. Looking to pressure this 1-2-4 of Barney's, and does so with a trademark Chizzy 180. It's the first maximum of this match. Leaves him 65. Barney being forced to take this out. Treble 18 for Bull. It's on. But it's not in.
99.
Shake of the head. We've seen that before.
$25. Yeah.
He's hit it twice before. Both first dart.
Game shot.
And he does it again. He is flawless on tops today, Dave Chisnall. 3-1 with a break of throw. Advantage Chizzy. An advantage Keegan Brown against Adrian Lewis because he leads 5-2 against Jackpot. 101 average for Keegan Brown.
135.
John Henderson 5-2 up as well. He's taking on Danny Noppert. Big Hendo.
140.
No, sorry, that's John Henderson against Peter Hudson. Danny Noppert is 4-3 down to Willie O'Connor. I do beg your pardon. Willie O'Connor, another player who seems to have grown in stature, putting together runs of performances over the last few months. Johnny Clayton and Ian White, that's a board final from the board we were showing you earlier on. The Ferret, well, he's coming off second best at the minute against the Diamond. He's 4-1 down. Chizzy staying on the 19s
96.
because that will leave him 170. I think he'll stay there because there's a chance he might leave the 156. Well, he's doing even better than that.
100.
Leaves the 1-2-1. He couldn't take out the 1-2-4 in the last leg. He's going to get a chance at the 1-2-1. But this is pretty impressive stuff from Dave Chisnall. Highest ranked player not included in the Premier League, of course,
81.
Dave Chisnall. Still up in the top 10 in the rankings, despite his injury problems and form problems from the back end of last year. Had a disappointing exit at the World Championship, but 36 taken out on double 18 for a 13-darter. This is the Chizzy we know and love. Not sure Raymond van Barneveld's that keen on him right now.
$58.
Second time they've met this year, because they did clash in going on to make the final, being beaten by Michael van Gerwen in another tight game.
60.
But as things stand, even though Barney is averaging round about the 98-99 mark, it does not look like he's going to push Dave Chisnall that close, because
45.
Chizzy's averaging over 100 at the minute and is only 2 legs away from victory. And a meeting with, well, oh dear, Ray. That won't improve your mood.
$77. $98.
Both on 204.
60.
But just a 60 from Raymond van Barneveld. Do you feel that Chizzy... Oh, this might be a nail in the coffin for the big Dutchman, because it's 180 number 2. Double 12 left for Chizzy.
87.
And this for another breaker throw and a 5-1 lead for another one-sided encounter in a board final. Double 6 for Dave Chisnall. And that is there. Chizzy 5-1 up, throwing for a 6-1 win and his 9th career victory over Raymond van Barneveld. Last time he beat him was over the summer last year when he beat him in the semi-finals of the Shanghai Darts Masters on the World Series.
$85. $180.
Well, first maximum for Barney. Maybe a fight back could be staged, but from this position, against a man averaging a ton, it's going to be very, very difficult. He's going to have to hope that Chizzy comes off the boil a bit, or Raymond's going to have to produce his absolute best, and he might well do it. Oh, 5 perfect darts, but no more. He does have this ability, Raymond van Barneveld, to win irrespective almost of what his opponent's doing. I mean, Raymond van Barneveld's a man who has beaten people on telly when they've averaged 115 against him. Phil Taylor did that. The Premier League one year, and Barney still came away with the victory. Looks good. Looks very good. 136 leaves double top for the match. Barney has to take this out if he wants to stay alive. It's an awkward one to get to the treble from there, and he can't do it. And that
60.
might be curtains for Barney, because Chizzy, double top. He's been almost flawless on this. And double 10 sorts it out. 6-1. Dave Chisnall, a 9th win over the 5-time world champion Raymond van Barneveld. A 14-darter seals the deal. He is through to the last 16, where he will take on Keegan Brown, the former world youth champion, who has just beaten the 2-time champion of the world Adrian Lewis, averaging 100.